Hi guys, so today I wanted to show you a little bit of what I've been doing almost exclusively over this past week. And I've been doing a lot of these really quick little watercolor pictures where I'm not really thinking a lot about it or even planning much of it. I'm just kind of going and enjoying the process and enjoying each little piece that I'm doing. And I think the reason why I've kind of pulled away from doing more complete finished large pieces and almost entirely no digital pieces over this week is because I know that I am starting school next Monday, so less than a week, which I'm really excited about. But that's really the focus of school, is having very specific, thought out pieces where I'm very structured about the process. From thumbnails and sketching, there's just a lot more rigidity to it and to the process of it. So I decided to go ahead and let myself be a lot more free and just do stuff that I enjoyed, and I didn't have to really think things through a little bit too much, at least for this first week. Just giving myself one last little break before I go back to school and start doing that kind of a process. And I've actually been doing a ton of these little watercolor paintings lately, and it's because I have a watercolor class coming up this semester that I'm taking. But I was so excited to get to take this class because I've always loved the look of watercolor paintings, and the tiny bit that I've dabbled in high school, I absolutely loved it, but I don't know why, but I never ended up getting my own paints. I guess because it's pretty expensive, at least, to get in with pretty good quality paints, and I wanted to, if I was going to get into it, I wanted to get good paints. But now that I actually have to buy them for my degree, it's a really good excuse for me to get back into that and really play with them and have fun with them. So I'm doing a lot of that, and I'm really excited about the actual class because I know a lot of the techniques I've been doing over these past couple of weeks have been probably very wrong. So I'm excited to learn the way to actually deal with watercolor and how to do it correctly. And I think that once I start learning that stuff, these little quick traditional things will look a lot better and they'll be a lot easier. So I'm really excited for that, actually. So each of the pieces that I did here, none of them actually ended up taking any more than 30 minutes, I think. They were all pretty quick little sketches, and I really liked it that way. I think that that's what I'm going to devote this little sketchbook for, is just really quick little sketches. And I think that I'm going to have the theme of having portraits inside of it, and that's because I love doing portraits, and they're really easy for me just because I've done so many of them. So they just kind of happen. I don't have to think about it a lot, or I don't have to get reference for anatomy and all that stuff. And while I definitely want to push myself and practice and get those skills, it's nice to have a place where I can just enjoy the process and enjoy what I'm actually drawing, and not necessarily trying to think about the things that I'm trying to improve on, where it's just kind of this is my lazy art sketchbook where I can just create really sketchy, easy little portraits. And I like having that outlet because I'm treating art very much like my job, because eventually it will be once I'm done with school. And I like having this little bit of an outlet where it's still art, because that's the only thing I do. I don't have another hobby. It's just I create art. So when art is also my job but also my hobby, I feel like I need a little bit of a differentiation between what is my work art and what is my hobby art. And I think that this is kind of fitting the bill as far as what I need to de-stress and relax and just kind of recuperate those creative energies and thoughts, and it just helps me to get back into enjoying art and getting revitalized for my actual finished pieces. And I like having those two sides of it, where one is more complete and finished and structured, and one is just more enjoyable and loose and sketchy. And for this particular sketchbook, I've been really enjoying just kind of burning through the pages and consuming them, and just creating a lot of artwork really quickly, and not spacing it out and not having these big gaps between when I'm actually working on the sketchbook. So that's something that I really love about this one. I guess since it's so small and that I'm working in watercolors, that it's really easy to get a lot of pages filled up and have these little tiny finished pieces of artwork on each page. So it's really satisfying to work in the sketchbook, and I'm really loving that process. But that is about it for today, actually. And thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to hit subscribe so you can catch on my future art videos. And until then, I'll see you at my next one. Bye!